Emily Finn is at the picket line with workers near Detroit with an update on layoffs and the issues workers are all dealing with. Hey, Emily.
Hey, Marky, good morning to you. GM and Stellantis are now laying off a combined 2,000 auto workers as a result of this work stoppage. We're only on day 7 of the strike, and the workers that we spoke with say that they're already making sacrifices to make ends meet to be here on the picket line. They're making budget decisions to cut back on gas and food.
Yesterday, I just went out for my first time to do UberEats just to make a little extra money to feed the kids. Yeah, I do what I gotta do to make it happen.
Adam Gallup has been working at Ford's Wayne, Michigan assembly plant for the past 3 years and says the sacrifices he has made to take care of his family on a tight budget have only increased now that the auto workers union is on strike. He says it's not uncommon for many of the UAW members to have a side hustle to make ends meet. That's why the union president Shawn Fain is negotiating with Detroit's Big Three for a 40% pay raise for workers among a long list of demands.
We had to cut back on where we drive because gas is really high. And then I have 2 kids, so we had to cut back on any extra spending, like taking the kids out. So we had to keep everything at home just to cut back on spending because we need to pay the house first and then food and all that stuff afterwards.
With the auto workers no longer showing up to work, their cuts to extra spending have had an impact on small businesses in the Metro Detroit area. The owner of Detroit's Royal Barbecue Pizza, Julie Chekai, has been down this road before and says her restaurant took a financial hit when the majority of her union worker customers were no longer on the job the last time they striked against General Motors in 2019.
GM is right close to us, it's right across the bridge, and it was one of our biggest things in the morning during lunch rush, and we're close to them, so they come and eat and go, and it was a big hit.
With talks between the union and the Big Three stalled, Gallup tells us he's ready to stay on the picket line until Ford's CEO, alongside leaders at GM and Stellantis, come to the table and reach an agreement with the union.
Kids come first, family comes first, and hopefully Ford, Jim Farley does the right thing, makes it happen for us.
And we're just one day away from the new deadline for the UAW to reach a deal with the Big Three. That deadline's coming up at noon tomorrow. And if they're not able to reach a deal, even more workers will be called upon to join the picket lines and join in on the strike. The union's president, Shawn Fain, is expected to make a speech at 10 a.m. tomorrow on Facebook Live ahead of that deadline, Adrian and Marky.
Yeah, so many employees out a week of work. Thank you, Emily. Still ahead this morning.